What's going on, everybody? Stained Glass Assassin. I'm making this video because I was recording another video earlier and I was going off on kind of a side rant and I didn't want that video to turn into an extra 25 minutes, so I edited that part out and decided to just make another quick little video on the side. So anyway, I wanted to do this separate video because it's come up before, in a few of my other videos I've deemed a TV show, a movie, a comic book, garbage, even though I haven't read or watched or, seen said TV show or books. So it reminded me of a discussion, kind of an argument that I had with a buddy of mine a while back. And this buddy of mine had another little discussion a few days ago with a similar content. And, he asked me, well, how do you know if you like something if you haven't watched it? You know what I mean? How can you call something garbage if you haven't seen it? And I said, that's a fair point, because if I haven't seen it, you can't definitively say that it sucks, because how would you know? Now, I had to describe to him my kind of deductive reasoning behind my ideology. Now, just for a basis here, I don't talk politics with my friends, or my family really. I just don't think it's a good idea. You open up a can of worms with that. But I have a friend who's pretty conservative and another one who's very liberal. So when they get together and a subject comes up, it just kind of ruins the whole night. But anyway, that liberal friend of mine is the one that I have this conversation with. So I had to use some ammo to kind of help him see my side of the coin, if you will. And basically I asked him, okay, now obviously being a liberal, he doesn't like Donald Trump. So I said, look, you don't like Donald Trump, right? Any movie that has Donald Trump in it, would you watch it? Or would you watch any film that has Donald Trump? Oh, absolutely not. Well, of course, that makes sense. I knew that answer. And I said, well, what happens, and his favorite film franchise happens to be Fast and the Furious. So I said, what happens if Trump was in the new Fast and the Furious movie? Maybe he was only in it for 5 or 10 minutes. And he said, well, I wouldn't watch it then, based off principle. The directors and the producers are sellouts. I wouldn't watch the film. And I said, okay. So based off your reasoning, your deductive reasoning, you think Donald Trump is bad, he's trash, therefore anything that he's in, movie-wise, will therefore be trash. Correct. Obviously, it wasn't that smooth, and it wasn't, the same wording, but you get where I'm going with this. So anyway, I said, okay, well, I think wokeism, I think identity politics, political agendas, I think all that's garbage. I think all that is trash. Therefore, if a movie, a TV show, a comic book is based on those concepts or is filled to the brim with those concepts, I deduct that the show is garbage. Kevin Smith's He-Man, okay. I didn't watch that episode, but I still called it garbage. Why? Well, because I see that it's based off of identity politics, it's filled to the brim with wokeism, and of course, you read reviews and you see videos and these types of things, and your deductive reasoning is at least it comes to fruition, okay? Now, I understand that there's still an outside chance, because obviously we never came to a full-blown agreement of this logic, either way, one way or the other, but he still said, basically, look, if you still watch it, you might like it. And I agree with him. I said there could be an outside chance, but I use my own personal deductive reasoning. If something is based in garbage, it's probably going to be garbage, the end result. But I also use my own kind of pseudo-statistics, you know what I mean? My baseball team's down, 15 runs, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. I'm just going to get the hell out of the stadium because I'm going to chalk this one up to an L because of deductive reasoning, and also the statistics tell me that there's probably a 1 in 100 million chance that we come back and win. Maybe they do come back and win, but I'm going to play those odds and say that we lose, okay? So I could watch He-Man, and maybe there's a 1 in 100 million chance that I do enjoy it. But you know what? I'm just going to play the odds and say I'm not going to enjoy that show. I'm not going to waste my hour of my life watching it. So I use my own kind of deductive reasoning on that. And like I said, I'm only paraphrasing this kind of discussion that we had because it wasn't anywhere near as smooth as I'm saying. But basically it came down to that point where I told you that's how I view these things. Like, for instance, my cousin, on Sunday, we had this kind of discussion about Doctor Who because he watched the trailer. I didn't. But I know he's going to watch the next season, even though he forced himself to watch the last season. And I said, well, why would you sit through that? That last season was garbage. How do you know you didn't watch it? I get it. I didn't watch it. But I see all the reviews. You know, there's a select few people like on YouTube, on the internet, that I value their opinion, and then of course my personal circle of friends and family. If everyone gives it 2 thumbs down, I know my deductive reasoning that if a show is swimming with wokeism and identity politics, that the end product is probably going to be garbage. Well, again, I could be wrong with the 1 in 100 million chance that, I'll enjoy it, but I'm not going to play those odds. Most people won't take take odds that are that unfavorable. I don't. Now, I didn't always have this logic, but the last 5 or 6 years has essentially destroyed everything that I love. I don't read comics after 30 years. There's, Star Wars is on life support. Doctor Who is dead. Star Trek, I did finish just watching the first season of Discovery. Although I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. I'll make a separate review of that. But Picard was garbage. The new Lord of the Rings looks like it's already destroyed before it even comes out. We got the Woke of Time. We've got the new Dune. Obviously, Snake Eyes looks like it's crap. Black Widow was a big Me Too identity politics film. It's just a matter of I've been burned so many times that I had to come up with this deductive reasoning to essentially save myself heartache, I guess is the best way to describe it. And like I said, 5, 6 years ago, if I'd see a trailer of a movie, I'd say, well, I don't think I'm going to enjoy that movie. It doesn't look good. I think it might be bad. But maybe I do watch it, and I say, you know what? That actually was pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised. I can't think of one example of a film, movie, TV show, comics, novels, you name it, where woke agendas or identity politics has been the basis of, or essentially filled to the brim, and turned out to be a good, show or a movie. There might be out there, I don't know, but I just cannot think of one off the top of my head. So again, I don't know, I just wanted to share that because it's come up a couple times. I've mentioned it before in the videos, and like I said, there is an outside chance that I could enjoy something if I sit down and watch it, but I've been burned so many times that the statistics are just totally not in my favor. It's such a high likelihood that I won't enjoy it. Not to mention, again, the reasoning is that if it's based off of all this woke garbage, like He-Man was, why would I even waste my time watching it? So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that I'm alone in this kind of sphere of influence. I'm pretty sure there are other people out there like yourselves that probably at least understand where I'm coming from. So, like I said, I was doing another video and I just didn't want it to have an extra 10 minutes of this rant, so I wanted to splice it out and make a separate one. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you kind of use the same ideology? I mean, if you see a show is going to be all about stunning and brave, gender swaps and sexuality changes and, identity politics and political agendas, do you just deem it not good? I mean, do you stay away from it? Or do you at least wait for, reviews to come out and, get other people's opinions and see what's going on with the film and then just come up with kind of the same ideology and say, well, it looks like I dodged a bullet? I don't know. Like I said, I'd like to get everyone's take on this and see if I'm crazy or if I'm just not alone on this. So let me know what you think down in the comments. While you're there, like and subscribe so you know when the next video comes out. And until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.